Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, today we are going to begin with the part number 3 of the lesson number 3rd, which is glimpses of the past, which is taken from our freedom movement and it is written by S.B. Sawant. Okay, and this is a lesson of book number 1, which is a part 3. So student, here in the glossary portion, what it is a glossary portion, and in the first part of the video, might be you have recalled, we have discussed all about the introduction part of this lesson, and in the previous video we have taken up 2 titles. One is the martyrs and another one is the company's conquest, and it taken place in between 1757 and 1849. Okay, what it is? The company's conquest. Okay, but today here in this class we are going to learn about 3 more topics of the same lesson. What are they? British rule, we are going to cover it. Then we are going to cover it Ram Mohan Roy. Then we will cover it operation. So these 3 topics we will cover, and about all these topics we have discussed in the introduction or in an introductory video. So student, let's begin with these 3 topics, 3rd, 4th and 5th in this part. So student, before beginning this part, I would like to ask some question from you all. So student, what did you learn from the previous part? Yes, in the previous part we have discussed, okay, the beginning of the lesson. Here we have learned and we sang such a memorable and such a sympathetic and empathic song, Ye Mere Watan Ke Logo, which is sang by Lata Mangeshwar, a great singer of our Indian cinema. Then it is a memory of all those freedom fighters who have fought hard to bring the freedom for this new generation from the hands of British rule. This is what we have discussed. We have discussed how the British company came in India, okay, towards northeastern part of our Indian territory. Here you can see, and in the northeastern part of the Indian territory, first they have conquered the northeastern, then slowly they conquered, okay, they taken charge of whole Indian subcontinent. They made the kings slave, they made the whole dynasty of the peoples, of the common peoples who are obeying their kings, and now they became the slave of the Britishers. Even the peoples became the slave of the Britishers. The common people who think, no, these Britishers are a good peoples, they came here because God has sent them. But slowly these Britishers had shown their real face and they became so cruel than these kings. Though kings were better one because they are their own people, but Britishers are the outsiders and these common people supported them for the time being. But at last what they thought, no, we became wrong here. Our decision was wrong, but these Britishers are totally opposed to the kings and to the common people because they start implementing their rules, regulation and their laws, which is too expensive, okay, to bear. So this is what we have learned in the previous video. So student, let's begin and discuss about these 3 points, which were the British rule, Ram Mohan Roy and operation and this class. So let's begin with this part, and with this part we are going to begin here the most important and a very interesting thing. So I would like to say you that please bring your attention here in the video and do your best, understand each and every single point what I am reciting here, okay, according to the text. Listen it, understand it, and here I am using bilingual language to give a more clarification related to the text. No issue. So student, let's begin with the Okay, part number 3 of the lesson number 3, okay, the glimpses of the past. And let's begin without a further go. So here on the page number 38, the page number is 38, and here we have British rule 1765 and 1836. Okay, so today we are going to discuss British rule. And what is the era? So student, what is the era? 1765. It is 1765 till 1836. Till 1836, this is what we are going to discuss. In 1765 and 1836, it is a rule of Britishers, whose outsiders, and these outsiders were no one, they were the Britishers, and they were called East Indian Company's people. Here in the first picture you will see religious leaders preached ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Now in the British rule, the religious peoples have preached the ideas of untouchability and child marriage. Then here you can see in the picture a one religious person, what he is telling: anyone who crosses the seas loses his religion. See what happened. There were religious teachers, there were pandits, there were sannyasis, there were dongis. Who were the people? Pandit, sannyasis and dogis. They are the teachers. Earlier there were no teachers like us who have qualified their degree, master degree, who have qualified their B.Ed, M.Ed, and they are here in front of you for teaching you. They don't have any qualification, they don't have any degree in their hand, they not even studied the 8th standard what you are studying now, but they become a teacher. How they become their teacher? They became the teacher by their knowledge. What kind of knowledge? A very simple, a very lucid, a very common knowledge, which haven't any sense. Now these religious people are teaching to the people that there should be untouchability in the society, there should be child marriage in the society. If the children are married in such a small age, then it will be a betterment for their, and untouchability, upper class people should live apart from the lower class people, and the lower class people shouldn't go in the area of upper class people. If they will go, they are disobeying the rules and regulations which were made by these pandit, sannyasis and dongis, and all peoples are gathered somewhere under the peepal tree. How you can see there in this picture, and everyone are listening to the preaching. Preaching means a speech which is given by the pandit, sannyasis and dongis. And here one man from the group, what he is telling, read it out here: all the misery in the world is due to women. So what is happening here in the world is because of the women. Women are the responsible for such a big drastic change. Women are the responsible for such a devastation. So women should be educated properly. Okay, if women are educated properly, then the whole nation will grow side by side. One good person is telling. Now second one, in the second picture you can see the faces of whose? You can see the faces of foreigners. What they are telling: the truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The British scorned them. The natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. True, your honor, but I am honest. Now the Britishers, the white men, were planning. What they were planning? Do you know, sir, what is the truth? Yes, you don't know. Here the Indians have loosened all their faith on the Britishers. If we have to bring our faith, if we have to bring our name, okay, in the mouth of the Indian peoples, then we should do a great work for them. Now these British are planning somewhere in the room, okay, to make the Indians' mind to get diverted from their preachers to the Britishers. Now what planning they are making? Let's read it out here. Here they are telling: being merchants, the British wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. So British were the merchants and they want to bring a big profit in their business. When would the big profits will come in the business? If they will sell the product somewhere outside, and outside in another country, बाहर के देश में, विदेश में हमारे इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स का, हमारे इंडियन गुड्स और हमारी इंडियन चीज़ों का इतना डिमांड था कि वो हर वक्त इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स और इंडियन गुड्स और इंडियन चीज़ों की डिमांड करते रहते थे। पर हमारा जो किसान उगाता था वो अभी बहुत वक्त में उगाया करते थे। वो धीरे धीरे उगाते थे और वो साथ में कभी उनका एक टाइम होता था, जैसे 5 और 6 महीने में फसल उगती थी, काटते थे और उसे बाहर बेचा जाता था। बाहर मतलब ब्रिटिशर्स को अच्छे दामों में बेचते थे और उनके फसल के बजाय उनको बहुत ही कम मुनाफा मिला करता था। किसे? किसानों को। और ब्रिटिशर्स उसे बाहर बेचते थे और वो अच्छा मुनाफा लेते थे। और ये सब चल रहा था कहाँ पर? हमारे इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट में। और ये ब्रिटिशर्स इतने ही ताजुक थे, इतने ही जल्दी में थे कि सब कुछ बहुत जल्दी होना चाहिए। उन्हें प्रॉफिट चाहिए था, उन्हें फ़ायदा चाहिए था। किससे? किसानों से। और वो किसानों को मारना, पीटना, किसानों को लूटना उन्होंने जारी रखा। और क्या हुआ अंत में? आओ पढ़ते हैं। बीइंग मर्चेंट्स, द ब्रिटिश वांटेड क्विक प्रॉफिट्स, देयर हैवी टैक्सेस फोर्स्ड farmers to abandon their fields. Now what happened? Britishers were keeping the heavy taxes. They start keeping too much of money over the farmers' products. For example, if the farmer of Chikkodi wants to grow a crop of sugarcane, though the whole Chikkodi is under the rule of assistant commissioner. If the assistant commissioner says, hey, the Chikkodi peoples or Chikkodi farmers, you were not allowed to grow sugarcane because sugarcane production is more in the country. Country don't needs the sugarcane. If you wants to grow it, then I am going to put too much of taxes over the sugarcane. 2,700 rupees what you are getting for the sugarcane, it will be reduced to 500 rupees. The remaining amount will be taken from you in the form of taxes. If this rule generated here in the Chikkodi, then people will become angry. Okay, they will be not agree with this rules and regulation. The same thing happens with the common people, with the common farmers during that time. During which era? It is the era of 1757 and 1849. Now farmers became so angry because taxes were implemented over them, okay, for growing the crop. Now here one farmer is speaking to the foreigner, to the British person, but your man are taking all my crop. So your man are coming, they are taking our crops. So what is the issue? Here the foreigner is telling, you are still in arrears. If you don't pay next week, I will send you to jail. So you have not paid the last month tax because you haven't paid yet and you are arrears. If you don't able to pay the taxes, then I will take you to the jail until and unless if you wouldn't sign your whole territory, your whole land to my accounts. So this is what this kind of phrases they start speaking to the farmers, and farmers getting afraid of the jail and they given up their land to the Britishers. Then what happens next? Still, the British invented other methods which gave them more profits. Now British have invented more profits, okay, by implementing other methods which is not accepted by the farmers. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. Okay, then what happens? They were telling, in England, whatever the goods will be manufactured, they will become as it is. Simply, here India can't put any import duty. Import duty taxes means that foreigners' goods and the products can be sold out here in our Indian subcontinent without any taxes. Did you understood? Let's take one small example. This piece of chalk. Let's assume this piece of chalk is made by our Indian factory. This piece of chalk is of good quality. This piece of chalk is not available in England. and England is demanding India's piece of chalk for writing on the board, because it is of good quality. And this piece of chalk cost how many rupees? Yes, how many rupees? 10 rupees. And there in England, their piece of chalk cost 20 rupees. Now England will see, in India there is 10 rupees chalk, I will purchase from India and it is of good quality. So why I have to purchase 20 rupees of chalk without any quality? The peoples of England think so? Yes or no? Now people of England keeping a demand in the Flipkart and Amazon, please bring a piece of chalk from India. Amazon and Flipkart company will take the piece of chalk from India and go and give it to the doorstep who have ordered. Now the Flipkart and Amazon were kept aside, and what their government is telling, England government, whatever the product is coming from India, it shouldn't have any taxes. It will come and it will be given to our peoples at only just 10 rupees. We can't keep 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees for a piece of chalk. We can't keep, because India is exempted from that tax. Understood? This is what happens here with our Indian peoples. See, England products which is of not good quality, but they have sold that product forcefully in India without any taxes. Then what about our farmers? The things which were made up there, if it is sold in such a low amount, people will buy that product. What about our Indian products? Who will purchase? The people who are manufacturing our products. Then what about them? How they can fill their stomach if their products were not sold? If they were kept as it is in the godowns, then what is the use of it? This is what we have to think, yes or no? Here in this lesson, the Britishers bought their products which is made up of Indian raw materials. They taken there, they made it finished goods, the good which is finished, okay, a last makeup, and it is sold in India such a high amount, okay, without any import taxes. And the farmers and the organic material which is made here in India, okay, it is very important, but it is not sold in the Indian market. Now the farmers and the workers, even the handicrafts who are making those products, they were facing too much of challenges because of the competition in between the England product and in between the Indian product. Indian product is of good quality, England product is also good quality. Indian product having huge amount because manufacturing amount is 2, and they had a factory, it can be manufactured easily and the cost is very low. So the competition increased, then farmers and the workers in India facing scarcity of food because of no money. This is what happened here in the lesson. Then the next picture, inevitably famines followed between 1822 and 1836. 50 lakh Indians died of starvation. Then what happened in the era of in between 1852 and 1836, okay, thousands of Indians, lakhs of Indians have died because of starvation, because they don't have a food. How, from where they can bring the food? They don't have a money, because Britishers have taken charge of the market, Britishers have taken charge of their land, they return everyone's land to their own accounts. They were not giving anything to the Indians. Then from where Indians will eat the food? Now many Indians were died. Now here one old person is telling, the British policies ruined the expert artisans and their business. Now the British policies, the British rules and regulation have taken the charge of the artisans, have taken the charge of the business. The artisans and the business people of our India, small business peoples, okay, painters, artisans, their work is also stopped because their works don't have a value in Indian market, because England products have taken the place of Indian market. So many lakhs of 15,000 and lakhs of people have died here in India because of starvation, because of no food. This is what we have learned here in the British rule. where in British rule, where British rule taken the place of our Indian territory. They have taken the land of our Indian peoples. They were implementing huge taxes over the farmers. Okay, they were purchasing the crop in such a low amount and sending to the England in such a huge amount, and they're getting a good benefit. So all the market charge is taken by the England and its product. Okay, now let's begin with the Ram Mohan Roy. Okay, who is he? Ram Mohan Roy. So student, this Ram Mohan Roy is a very good character, a very good freedom fighter who fought hard, okay, to bring independence for our India. Let's read about him. Ram Mohan Roy, page number 39. Yes, Ram Mohan Roy, 1772 and 1833. So the era is 1772 and 1833. So 1772 and 1833 is the era of Ram Mohan Roy, and in 1772 he born and he died in 1833. So who was a Ram Mohan Roy and what he did for our India? Yes, before beginning this speech, I would like to speak something about him. Ram Mohan Roy is such a great personality. He bought the freedom for India. He stood rigidly and stoughly in front of British policies of making the poor to the poorest, richer to the richest. He stood in front of them, he fought against them, and he brought somewhere relaxation to the Indian peoples. This is what we have, okay, we are going to learn here in this page. So let's begin with the first picture. Which one? This one, this picture. Here, Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. So Ram Mohan Roy is from Bengal. He is an expert in education and he understood what was going here in my country. I am an educated person. I know each and everything. Why these Britishers are behaving like this? Are they mad peoples? They want to serve here or they want to go back? Now he taken the challenge. Now he taken the responsibility. I would like to defeat these Britishers. I will not accomplish them in their work. Now he taken the challenge. How? Let's read it out. Let us not despise ourselves. Our ancient culture is great and we are capable of greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstition have been ruining us. Then what happened? Here Ram Mohan Roy is speaking to his friend in the first picture. Hey my friend, do you know our ancient culture is superior? Our ancient culture is more stronger. Our ancient culture is oldest of the older, and throughout the world our ancient culture is one of the oldest. So we have to respect our ancient culture. We shouldn't give up our culture. We should follow our culture. We should follow our tradition. We should praise to our God and goddesses. We should worship them rather than following the Britishers daily routine, rather than respecting them. So this is what he is speaking to his friend. Now here Ram Mohan Roy had a wife and he told to his wife, and the name of the Ram Mohan wife is Uma. He told his wife Uma, cows are of different colors but the color of their milk is the same. Different teachers have different opinions but the essence of every religion is the same. So he is giving one quote, he is giving one example to his wife Uma. So Uma is asking, why you are struggling for this common people? These peoples are not educated. Who? Our Indian people. So why you are working for them? Go and work for the Britishers. You will get some amount and you will earn some money. But he is telling, every cow's color is different. Our Indian people's color is different. Mentality is different. But they have only one ambition, to get the freedom. In the same manner, cow color is different, but they are giving the same milk. Is it or no? Yes. In the same manner, teachers way of teaching is different. Our teachers way of teaching is different, but every teacher's intention is to make our student a good person in their life. they should achieve their ambition once in their life and they should work over them. So teacher's ambition is same, but the way of teaching is different. That's it what he explained to the Oma. Then here Ram Mohan Roy was attracted by science and modern knowledge. Now Ram Mohan Roy attracted from the science. He is very good in the science and he is very good in modern knowledge, even the current affairs, journal knowledge. Then here the Ram Mohan Roy speaking. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. Our Indian people should be taught in such a good manner. They should be taught science and it should be in such a manner of practical and scientific. Our Indians should given the knowledge. They don't know, they don't have a knowledge of language. Then how could they will learn? How could they will read? But they can be learned. They could be taught in a practical way. We can make one class where all kind of things will be learned through practical manner. We can give them practical example and a scientific example about each and every concept of the society. Here Ram Mohan Roy is addressing to the lot of peoples in this picture. Then in the same picture, what he did, he started newspaper, but the suspicious British stopped them in 1823. Then Ram Mohan Roy, to educate the Indian people, he started the newspaper company. But the Britishers, what they did, this Ram Mohan Roy going to spoil our system. This Ram Mohan Roy is coming in between our way. So take out him back and clean our way. So what they did, they stopped his newspaper company. In which era? In 1823, in between 1772 and 1833. Then in another picture, he crossed the seas and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them, here when Britishers were not allowing him to educate the Indians in their own way, in their own culture, tradition, Indians should be taught in English, Indians should be taught the Britishers' culture and tradition. So he is totally opposed about them. Then what happened? Ram Mohan Roy became angry. He went back to the England. He went back to the England and he see what is going there in the England, how they are studying, what he said there. And he examined each and everything very thoroughly and he learned what made the British more powerful and he got some knowledge. Then Ram Mohan Roy is speaking to the Britishers. What he is speaking? We accept you as rulers and you must accept us as subjects. But you must remember the responsibility a ruler owes his subject. Now the Ram Mohan Roy openly in addressing assembly told to each and everyone there in the British assembly. Where? In England. Yes, it is obvious. You came there in India, you spoil our system, you are governing our people, but we accept you. No issue. We are not telling that we are not accepting. We accept you as our ruler, but you should accept us as your subordinates, as your subjects. You shouldn't be so cruel. You shouldn't be so bad over us. You should speak to us politely in such a happy manner. This is what Ram Mohan Roy is addressing to the peoples of Britishers. So student, here we have discussed in this video, this one, British rule and Ram Mohan Roy. In another video, in another part, you are going to learn about oppression and the dissatisfaction. So student, here in this part, what we have discussed, we discussed about the British rule, we discussed about the Ram Mohan Roy. Both of the topic are covered in such a simple and the lucid language. So अंत में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि राम मोहन रॉय एक बड़ा ही स्वतंत्रकारी था। वह गया इंग्लैंड में, उसने प्रचार किया, सभी ब्रिटिशर्स को बताया, आप आए हमारे देश में, आपने हम पर रूल किया, आपने हमारे महाराजाओं का अच्छा इस्तेमाल किया, हमारे लोगों का भी अच्छा इस्तेमाल किया, उनसे उनकी ज़मीन छीनी, उन पर उनके उगाने वाले गेहूं पर बहुत भारी भरकम टैक्स लगाया जो कि वो पे नहीं कर सके, और उसके बदले में उन्होंने अपना पूरा ज़मीन आपके नाम कर दिया। पर आप क्या कर रहे हो? जो आप कर रहे हो यह सही है? आप हमें मार रहे हो, हमें पीट रहे हो, हमें गाली दे रहे हो, ये बिल्कुल गलत है। हम आपको रूलर मानते हैं और आपको हमें आपका सेवक मानना चाहिए, हमें अच्छी तरह से ट्रीट करो। आफ्टर ऑल if we are treated in such a good manner, then what happens, your economy will learn, your economy will run. Okay, this Ram Mohan Roy speaks to the Britishers. हमें अपना मानो, हमें आपका गुलाम मानो और हमसे काम कराइए और हमें एक अच्छी पूर्वक जिंदगी दीजिए और हमें अपना कल्चर फॉलो करना चाहिए और हमें किसी की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है कि हम अपना कल्चर फॉलो करें या ना करें, हमें किसी को पूछने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि जो हमारे दादा परदादा, जो हमारे दादा नाना करते आ रहे हैं, हमें वही फॉलो करना चाहिए। हम क्यों आपकी पढ़ाई करें, हम क्यों आपके कल्चर और ट्रेडिशन को फॉलो करें, हम क्यों कोट और पैंट पहने जबकि हमारे कपड़े हमारे कपड़े लुंगी, पंचे और एक टी शर्ट और वाइट शर्ट, पगड़ी, टावल हुआ करते हैं, हम वही फॉलो करेंगे, क्यों हम कोट और पैंट पहने। ये सब कहने के बाद राम मोहन रॉय ये अपनी बातें उनके सामने रखता है और ये सब सुनने के बाद ब्रिटिश क्या स्टेप लेता है, क्या वो इंडिया पर अपना पावर और भी बढ़ाता है, क्या वो थोड़ा सा पावर कम करता है और इंडियंस को उनके अधिकार जीने के लिए हक देता है। यह और इसके बारे में और पार्ट 4 के बारे में हम आने वाले अगले क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे। सो स्टूडेंट, दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव लर्न फ्रॉम दिस 2 parts. In the coming video we are going to discuss the part number 4th and the remaining topics which were given here and which were unticked. Okay student, for the time being, take care and have a nice day. Bye bye.